Caleb.
I'm Joshua.
Jeffrey.
He's not our brother, but we put him here because we follow him in his leadership.
No, I'm here because he's so big I was afraid to not sit down when he said sit.
I just didn't understand the words he was saying, so I had to write him down and go look him up in the back.
Jeff, you have been busy lately since you've left. You've been in Cambridge, getting a third PhD, and now you stepped into a new position that God has called you to, and we need to tell our audience what you're up to.
Yeah, well, by the way, it was a great run with Our Jewish Roots, and I'm glad you have the baton and are running with it. Support it 100%. Not that I have anything negative to say about the ministry. The Lord opened up another opportunity for me with the Union of Messianic Jewish Congregations, which is like a major world player in the entire Messianic Jewish movement. And I'll have opportunities to go minister in various congregations in various countries. I just got off the plane this morning. In fact, I was in Brazil ministering at a big conference down there. But beyond that, I'm like the principal executive director for this organization, and I'm honored to serve in that capacity.
If you had to summarize real quick, for those who don't know what it means to run all Messianic Jews on the planet, what is this ministry's focus?
Well, Golda Meir was asked what it was like to be the leader of millions of Jews in Israel. She said it's like being the leader of millions of leaders. It's complex. You know, we have a lot of different opinions, but individuals are gracious. You know, I'm responsible for working with our various committees, our executive committee, our steering committees, and kind of charting a course for the future for the Messianic Jewish movement. You know, a lot of our leaders are just world renowned. They're the people that write the textbooks on this stuff. And I'm honored that they respect me enough to kind of be at the helm of this. But they do give me a lot of liberty to be me, to work with them to kind of steer a course for the future. For me, that's more congregations, it's more Jewish people coming to faith, it's more religious education, looking at the good news through the eyes of the Jews.
So this is incredible, and for those of you who hear it through the way I say it, he's Christopher Columbus of Messianic Jews. He's going to chart a new course for new land and make sure that everybody's safe. And I think that's incredible. We love bringing the message of Yeshua to everybody at home, whether you don't have Jewish roots or whether you are a Jew, and sharing what the good news is. But this man right here is getting an opportunity to go on the forefront and to chart that course, and I think it's amazing.
Well, I'm not getting into hundreds of thousands of living rooms like these two are. You know, it's a different trajectory. I appreciate your being deferential towards me, but hey, go with these bearded Bible brothers. I don't have any Bible, I don't have any beards. These guys are at the helm of a ministry now that is all over the country, and I support them, and I want you to support them too.
How can people who want to know more about what you're doing, maybe follow where you're going, or to understand more about the ministry you're involved in now, how can they find that out?
Website?
Don't. Just, you give your focus on Our Jewish Roots and help these guys. You know, it's tough for younger people to step up into in the saddle and ride the horse, you know, and if there's interests and energies, never mind me. Now, don't tell anybody I said that, because, you know, as an executive director, I'm supposed to tell my story. But gentlemen, I want to tell yours. Never mind the Union of Messianic Jewish Congregations, which you can Google. I mean, never mind.
We're going to put it all over the screen regardless of what he says. I'm bigger than him.
Please get behind these two. They need all the help they can get. It's always like that when you're starting something new. It takes a lot of energy and commitment. And give them a holler, give them $1, and get behind the bearded Bible brothers and our Jewish roots.
Remember, the most important thing you can do is with your prayer as well. And even though Dr. Seif is being so kind to draw focus here, God wants his people to know him. And so I want you to pray for Dr. Seif, because when you're in the front lines, you have opposition regardless. And even though he's fearless and trained and probably armed, it still takes its toll. So we want to continue to remember that we are strongest together in our prayer, and that we are uplifting Dr. Seif on a daily basis with everything he's doing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Who flies in from another country and comes and does interviews on the same
Someone
day?
who's scared of you. Look how big he is, for goodness. Look how big he is, do you? And when he says come, I come. I'm afraid what'll happen if I don't.
I paid so that he wouldn't do some Krav Maga thing on me and like disable me on the floor.
Listen, whatever he says, I come like a loyal dog, like a puppy, just bouncing. I'm afraid, scared to death.
This guy.